Welcome all, Whiskey and Sound back once again with some visitors for Boilermaker Monday for a nice little change. So I'm joined by Mr. Whiskey in Isolation and Mr. Altruistic Manipulation. And we have here a Backwoods and Brights Brewery collaboration. Now, if it's one thing that everyone pretty much knows, I love my local whiskey beer collab pairings. So this is definitely one that I've been keen to try, considering how massive this beer is, sitting at a stonking 12%. So from Bright Brewery up north, well actually these are both from up north, the Stubborn Russian Imperial Stouts has, it's actually, there is a bit of a write-up on these guys. I know I've done a little bit of research with the beer beforehand, and I was really keen on the hops that they've used in this particular beer, which will give me an indication as to what flavor profile I should expect from this beer. Is that it uses Centennial and it uses East Kent, and East Kent Holdings hops is really, it can be very lavendery, thymy, and honey, and you'll get a whole heap of citrus from the Centennial. Now, as a Russian Imperial Stout at 12%, this is going to be quite big. And knowing that there's a whiskey that has been gracefully tainted with it is going to be awesome to try back to back. And yeah, I say let's just get into it. Now, have any of you guys tried this beforehand or no?
I've tried that much of it beforehand.
I've not had that, no.
You haven't had it. Okay, cool. So it's just you that's had this.
Yep.
Well, this is actually his bottle. So, right, let's get into this. I haven't tried this as yet, so let's
Thanks, mate.
give it a whirl.
Thank you.
All right, so now what was the backstory on this one again? I know we just had it up on the other screen there, but that's gone black now. So
They literally put the Bright Brewery Imperial Stout through the stills.
yeah, right, okay.
Literally.
Okay, well, there you go. So that's definitely one way to do it. And then aged in French oak casks.
Correct.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's very, very different. Okay, and Backwoods is something that I haven't had a great deal of, so I'm very, very intrigued to try this. Now, because it is the ABV that it's at, we're going to be sharing. So, look at that. That is just black. That is rich. Yeah, that's probably about 1.5 standard drinks just right there.
Probably 2.
Yeah, right.
Might put that through my lawnmower later.
Right. So, well, it's definitely a rich color. Do we know? Do we know the age on this bad boy?
I believe it was it's 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, first thing I'm getting off this is like proper butter menthol lollies with yeah, it's like a hint of, well, it's almost like a eucalypt note that comes through, or real menthol.
Yeah. Almost pushing to like a juniper sort of note.
Yeah, aromas of deep heat.
Yeah, yeah, it's very what's that? It's reminiscent of Vicks.
Mix, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a strong eucalypt there, isn't there?
It is. It's very much a strong eucalypt. Yeah, but definitely like it's butter menthol lollies that I'm getting on this. That's for sure. The more it spends time in the glass, I'm getting more of a chocolatey note that comes through.
And once you get to the stout itself, you'll pick up that chocolate up again.
Oh yeah, that's that's rich. It's definitely rich.
I know why there's a tank on the label.
Yeah, this is big, definitely big. All right, well, I'll be So 46% and it's
12.
12. What way to go about this? I'll be more inclined to try a whiskey wash and then a beer rinse and see how that behaves. Because, I don't know what this beer's going to do with this whiskey. I reckon I don't know if it's going to be overkill for it or what. We're going to find out shortly. All right.
Definitely the buttermenthol there.
Yeah.
Loads of buttermenthol.
It's very smooth.
It's a very easy drinker. Very easy drinker. That's a good ABV to have this whiskey out. It's got has like a real, like it disappears on the finish, like a real light, like a ashy, smoky feel on the finish. Chocolate's definitely there. Or actually, probably more like a mochaccino I get on that finish, but there's a smoky element that goes through it too. That's a really nice whiskey. I like it. It's very, very flavoursome.
It's not hot at all either.
No, it's not. It's not. It doesn't taste like it doesn't palate like it's a hot young whiskey. It's really nice. That's probably one of the better stout cask Aussie whiskies I've had. So yeah, good work, Backwoods. That's for sure. That's really nice. So, all right, let's try the let's try this beast. Cut the palate. Right, I'm actually deceived by that as well. I was expecting like a massive hit of tar,
Yeah.
but that's actually that's a dangerously easy drink and 12% stout. That's really dangerous.
Yeah.
That does not drink like a 12%.
No, I remember the first time I had a Stubborn Russian different batch of this.
Yeah,
Drank it, not knowing what percentage it was.
yeah,
Had 2 of them, tried to get up.
and
Wasn't-
couldn't.
Then I crawled to the can and going, okay, now I know why I couldn't get up.
That's incredible. This is very, very nice. Real rich. Look, it's rich in flavour. It's not smacking the face with with bittery hops or anything, which you'll get on most imperial stouts. They tend to be more like less hop driven and more just big on the chocolate malt drive. And I think the choice in hops that they use on this as well it's complemented it very well. It's a really well balanced stout, very approachable stout. So this could go well anyway.
So can you educate me then, like, what the difference is between a stout and an imperial stout?
Imperial stout is just a stronger stout, so it's a lot just a higher ABV, more or less. So that's where the imperial comes into it. So it's
higher than 12.
yeah, well, higher than the drinkability of this 12%, but it's more like so most stouts you'll come across at maybe the 8, 9, 10%. You start from 10% onwards, you start getting into imperial stout.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it drinks like I kind of expected to, like in terms of the chocolate and the coffee, but like not as bitter as like kind of.
yeah,
some.
because you'll get like depending on the like if you're used to drinking like stouts in general, some may find that Guinness may be a bit too bitter on the approach. But then there are some Russian Imperial Stouts that are just crazy bitter and make it very hard to approach. This is, very easy. Like it's very milk chocolatey. And so, like you'll come across some which is like a real dark dry, like a cocoa, and it gets really bitter. But
I'm getting some like a porcini mushroom umami.
it is
there as
earthy.
well, yeah.
Yeah, it is earthy. Definitely earthy. So, yeah, and it's not a. It's like the finish almost cuts short, and then it almost revisits again, and very subtly. It's a really enjoyable beer. That's very impressive.
You'd never call it 12%.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Like I've had some 10%ers that are probably like will kick you in the guts more than what this would. That's for sure. So for a Russian Imperial Stout, that's not as stubborn as I thought it was going to be. So it's quite the surprise, that's for sure.
It's interesting going back to the whiskey afterwards because like squirrels would love it because it gets really, really nutty. Going
Right.
back to it.
Okay, all right. So I'll try that one then.
It's got almost a hazelnut, bit of macadamia.
Yeah.
And now it drinks like about 23%.
Yeah, bad. Oh wow, yeah, you are right. Definitely very nutty. Very nutty, and that eucalypt note is gone as well. Like it's not buttermenthol driven or Very nice.
Have you had Brookie's Mac? Either of you, the liqueur, the macadamia liqueur?
Oh,
This is moving into that territory now.
so Brookie's out up in Byron Bay. Probably. We drank.
No,
we drank a lot when we went up there. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got that real macadamia sort of note to it now.
Okay. And almost along the lines of liqueur.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it doesn't taste like a Backwoods. Like, I've had
No.
enough Backwoods, and the stout going through the stills, obviously it's retaining something that
Yeah.
wouldn't normally be there with their mash tun.
Yeah. That was part of my reason for asking Lee the question about kind of how it was actually made, just because it didn't taste very backwoodsy to me. So
Yeah. Right.
when I heard like, oh, it was just put in the stout through the still, it's like, okay, gotcha.
That's genius thought. Because usually they'll go through like a most distilleries would do like a barrel swap program where they'll like whether it was Lark or Bakery Hill, where they'll basically take the barrel back after the brewery's season or done their maturation in the cask with the beer, and then they'll put their spirit in and then finish it off in that to end up with the final product. But yeah, for that approach from Backwoods, that's really something and innovative, very different. That's the first I've heard of any distillery doing that, so that's pretty cool. And I've been I'm impressed with the final product, that's for sure. So yeah, it's if you can get your hands on these, there are still some floating around, but they did sell out pretty quick. These also sold out pretty quick, I'm assuming.
There might still be
I
some,
think they're still through Brewery.
but you need to get them through Bright. Yeah, so not through Backwoods. Like Brie at Backwoods.
Yep.
Keeps telling me. Make sure you
Go through Bright.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
And with they do the Stubborn Russians, I think once a quarter, so you got to be very particular as to which one you get.
Okay, cool. No worries, noted. Well, there you go. So if you can get your hands on the Backwoods Stubborn Russian Imperial Stout cask, go through Bright Brewery on their website and grab yourself a bottle of that. And if you can get your hands on the Stubborn Russian, this is the 2021 release that we're having as well. So if you can locate those, definitely worth it, because this has been quite a fun little Boilermaker, that's for sure. A very deceptive Boilermaker, which if you are not careful, you will you won't be getting off the seat anytime soon. Kind of deceptive. So on that one, we're gonna keep enjoying this Boilermaker, and thank you very much for joining us. and I'll catch you on the next episode next Monday.